She's a living doll and she is giving us life, and soon she will be competing in the final of Dansk Melodi Grand Prix 2017, Denmark's Eurovision selection. She is Sada Vidoo!
Hi, it's Sada here, everybody.
Oh, darling, hello, how are you?
I'm good. Just today I have to go buy my new shoes for the Eurovision in Denmark. So it's an exciting day for me. Very exciting.
And what kind of shoes are you going to buy?
It's a secret though, but I think my designer is gonna have a little mismatch made all dolly. So yeah, just it's very exciting.
Fantastic. And we should point out, you of course do use makeup, and you explained that maybe your camera is suffering from makeup issues.
It is. It's been like spoiled in makeup. I think that's what's going on.
Well, you look great and we can see through the haze. We're gonna flash a beautiful photo of you. Ding! That is what she looks like. Love her. Now, Sada, when did you start thinking of competing at Dansk Melodi Grand Prix?
Well, actually, since I was little, it was actually my inspiration I've ever wanted to sing. So that's what I've heard all my life. It was when my grandfather and my uncle, he was homosexual, was the first time they were agreeing on anything in my living room. So that's when, the whole family got together. And it's the first time I wear dresses and just had fun with it. I think that Melodi Grand Prix is the reason why I ever wanted to step out in the light and say, well, this is what I wanted to do. So it's definitely one of the biggest things in my childhood. And one of my childhood dreams just came through when they said yes to me.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so did you approach them with a song, or did you just approach them with a bid? Or I guess, how did you enter?
No. It's actually, that song was actually one of my new songs on my new EP. So, and it's been lying around for a while. It's been in my drawer for a long time. And it's just one of my love songs, like the one I love the most of all. And one of the guys that I knew that was involved in music, he just said to me, why don't you try to give it to them? And I said, do you think? And he went, yeah, it could be that they can consider it. And so I did, and it was just a joy finding out that this song that I love was something that they like too, because I was so excited about getting it out to the world. So yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, that's great. And what can you tell us about the song?
Well, the song is all about, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, we all are under the same sky, and that's what it is. It's about being united. It's about realizing that we're looking above, on the same sky, and we're all the same, no matter who we are, what sexuality we have, how we look, and even if you're a doll, we're still the same inside. And to express that as one thing in the world, there's two things in the world I think is very unique, and that's music. It's music, and then of course we're, the globe. We're underneath the same sky, and I think it's time we realize that we're the same.
You know what? And there's a great Eurovision connection, because the theme of the Eurovision contest in Turkey was Under the Same Sky.
No,
Yes,
was it?
it was, honey.
Oh,
This is written in the
my,
stars.
oh my God, I can't believe that.
Yeah,
Wow.
amazing.
It is, isn't it? Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, and it's so true. Turkey has had a really, really rough time with all Europe and all that thing you've gone through. I really feel for you. Bless all of the people who've gone through all that. And that's a beautiful theme. Beautiful.
And now Denmark has not been able to make the Eurovision final for 2 years.
Oh, I'm scared of that, though. I'm scared. I know. To be honest with you, I've never think that Denmark has been more ready to open their arms and have a different approach of Eurovision, and also a different approach to people. So much has happened with the all the people coming from so the whole world. We've been helping out people through the struggles, and even our queen of Denmark said in her speech, now it's time to have open arms and take good care of the people, and we need to be united because things are happening in our world. And I think that it made the Danish people and also realize that we need a different approach. And 4 years ago when I left Denmark and went to England, people thought I was a little bit nutty. They still actually think that though. But when I came back 4 years later, I really felt the difference. I felt that they were more open. I felt that something has happened. I felt the Generation X taking over. They were the one behind the, social media. They were taking charge, and it was okay to be you. And I think that was what I was missing before. So to see that my country of birth actually has such an open mind, I think now we're ready to kick some ass in Eurovision, to be honest.
Yes, and a living doll could do that. Now, could you explain to our readers, what is a living doll? Who are you?
Well, a living doll is a subculture that's very much alive in Japan and Asia. It's a manga, kawaii, there is Lolita dolls. There's so many of us. And especially in London, it's a subculture that's very much alive. And I've been fascinating with that all my life. So I guess, when I moved to London, I kind of felt freedom. I was free of all these expectations of other people. And my producer and my mentor, Mr. Ross Ballard, who entered Eurovision from England and won before, just said to me, well, what do you feel like you are? And I said, well, I feel I'm a princess doll. And he went, well, why aren't you? And I said, well, why aren't I? And from that day on, it started slowly, one day, one dress, one shoe, and it just started slowly. And then I guess I got the courage to be me. And it's a wonderful feeling if you recognize yourself in the mirror and say, this is who I am inside, and project that on the outside. And it gives such great love back, and you feel that once you're true to your inner. I think be true to your inner, then you can give something beautiful to the world.
Okay. Is there like a doll lifestyle? Like, do your fellow dolls share?
Absolutely. Like all my doll friends and me, we always go to tea parties. That's what we do. That's like our main thing.
Okay.
We have tea parties. We share everything about fashion, everything about newest makeup. We're actually makeup addicted. It's a fact. It's a known fact. And, like everywhere in every society, it's about having a little bit of prestige and being on top of the topic, and know things about fashion, and especially it's about a doll is here on life to give love. That's what we are. We're giving to the world. For me, that's what I am. I'm a doll. I'm here to give and to share and to be part of Danish Melodi Grand Prix and can give something to the world. That's like the highlight of my life. And it's amazing, to be part of something so big.
And a lot of our UK readers will know you from X Factor. People, when they heard you competed, they were so excited that you were going to DMGP. But the judges on X Factor, your first audition, there was a bit of skepticism. They said, you're not a doll, what is this? Is it difficult to deal with that reaction?
No, not really. I don't even care. I've never cared. I mean, that's the whole process I went through was about letting go of all that. You can believe whatever you believe. First step is to believe yourself. And I believe. And if I believe, I hope other believes. And, I really felt that Simon Cowell and Nicole and Lewis and beautiful Sharon Osbourne, my heart, I really felt they gave me so much love, and I felt accepted for the first time in my life, really accepted by someone so big in the industry. And that really gave me courage to wow, there was a whole world out there. And because of X Factor, I got to know all of those people through social media. And it really made me realize I was not alone anymore. There's so many people like me. And that was just the most beautiful gift anybody could ever get.
Oh, and you made it to the 6-chair challenge, I believe.
Oh yeah.
What
Then he
was?
took my chair. Hmm.
Yes, yes. What was that like?
Honestly, I wasn't even sad. Have you ever tried to be sad and happy at the same time? It's a funny feeling, you know. It was I was sad, but I was happy because I liked him. So it was kind of like mixed up all of it. But the one thing I thought to myself was, you know what? The universe is going to show me the way. And honestly, destiny is going to lead my way. And imagine what happened from that day. And here I am going on a Danish Melodi Grand Prix. And, you know, I mean, that's destiny, isn't it? And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. And to be part of something bigger, you're already a winner. You don't need to win to be part of something bigger. That's the beautiful thing about it. So I'm really grateful for my time in X Factor. It was the most enjoyable time. I got so many friends and fans, and I'm so happy.
Oh. And do you think that people in Denmark view you differently than people in the UK?
Oh, yeah, definitely they do. Definitely they do. It's like the Danish mentality has really changed the last 4 years. As I said, they've been very narrow-minded about people that's a little bit more, I don't know how to say, avant-garde like me.
Yes.
Maybe a little more colorful like me, you know. But to be honest, I really am proud of them. They have really grown with the task the last 4 years. That they have been much more accepted, and they had to be because of the whole war thing and the situation where they needed to help people, and people was in need. And because of that crisis, they had to open their mind and welcome people they didn't understand. Because sometimes it's hard, but you know what? If you can love something without understanding it, that's what we need in the world, isn't it? You don't always need to understand it to love it.
Amen, sister. I feel the same way. Yes.
Wow.
Now, we did a little Googling, and you have a very impressive back history in Denmark. DJ Alligator's Lollipop. You sang, I want to suck on your lollipop.
Oh my God, you're making me blush.
Now, this was a huge hit, wasn't it? Like, top the charts.
It was top of the charts. But you know, back then they thought I was overweight, and they didn't think I fit to the sexuality kind of pictures that the record label wanted. So they actually used a stand-in model to be in the video, and I was actually, what you say, like, they took me off it. They only used my voice, which I felt really, it was a really hard time for me, because constantly being second or constantly not being good enough is hard to deal with. And
So after that incident, did that kind of change your perception of the music industry?
it kind of make me, you know, when people say no to me, it actually gives me fire. That's what it starts on me. I become in this like, why? I don't get it. Why? Because, you know, I think I was really young, so I didn't know so much about it, other than it was really hard to take that you weren't good enough, how you looked, and I couldn't understand if it was me singing on it, why I couldn't be in it, because it was contradiction to everything I stand for, that you're good enough as you are.
Yeah.
Just be you know. So I guess I was going through a rough time where I just in the end just decided, look, I'm good as I am, and if they don't want me like I am, then I'm not going to be there anyway, because who's going to be happy in the end? Nobody, really.
No. And then a few years later, I think you had another song, 10 Miles.
Yeah. Oh, wow. A song I wrote like 12 o'clock in the night. A friend of me called and asked if I wanted to help him write a song, and I did. And he's been walking around with that song in the back pocket of his. There's so many different versions. And one day Infernal heard it at a party, and so they took the song and they made it their own, and it was absolutely adorable. I wrote it in 2000, but it didn't come out until 2006. Oh. So it was a really long time after I wrote the song. Which is the same with Northern Light. Is a song I actually made together with Christopher and Andreas when I think 1.5 years ago. So I guess sometimes I'm a little bit ahead in my way of writing and choosing things I like and stuff like that. So it was a really, really honor for me that Infernal wanted the song. A lot of people ask me, why didn't you sing it yourself? Well, sometimes you know if a song is for you, and sometimes you know if for somebody else. That song is definitely Infernal's song, and it was for Lena. It was for her. It wasn't for me. And you just feel that when you have a song. It's like you can feel it. I felt very proud of it. It's still my words. So I feel absolutely very proud of what they did with the song and how they cherish it and what a big hit it became. And it's one of the reasons that I survived today is absolutely because I made some money of it, so I can survive. And that gave me freedom to become who I am today. So everything happens for a reason, I believe.
#1 in Turkey, Spain, Poland, and elsewhere. It's amazing. So your songs your Eurovision song could appeal to many different countries.
Yeah.
Very
I'm
excited.
so excited about it. I've been dreaming about this since I was a little kid. So for me, it's like, I'm trying to focus and not get. You never know. First of all, I have to win the Danish Melodi Grand Prix, and it's up to the Danish public if they let me go through. And it's exciting. Well, no matter whatever is going to happen in the Danish Melodi Grand Prix, the song is going to come out on the 28th of February, and it's going to be available all over the world. So really, regardless of what happened, it's going to have availability to people whoever likes it.
And we are sure many people will.
You haven't heard it yet, though.
Oh, honey, but I've heard you. I can feel your energy. Your energy will come to the song. Done. Done. But have you...
You're making me blush today. What's up with this?
That's your rouge, honey. That's not me. Now, listen, are you familiar with Anya Neeson and her music?
Yes, I am very familiar with her. I think she done very brilliant last year. I loved her song. I actually was dreaming about it last night when I was in bed. I was having her song in my head. I absolutely love what she done, and I think she has a powerful voice. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl, and I think she's adorable. I met her yesterday for the first time in real life, and she's magnificent.
Oh, that's good to hear. We always like when they're nice. Now, Sada, final question. Is there a message you want to send out to all of your new fans and old fans all over Europe?
Yes, there is. If Denmark decide that I could represent them at Eurovision, I believe that anything is possible. I never call them fans because I believe they're all believers. And Eurovision, Danish Melodi Grand Prix, and X Factor, the one thing that it has in common is that we're going to build bridges between countries, bridges with music. And it's about believe or not believe. And that is so strong. I think that is how the world was built, how faith was built, how religion started. It's all about belief. So being part of that, well, wow, that's something bigger than yourself. And that could change the world, don't you think?
Absolutely, and we think Sada Vidoo can change the world, honey. Sada, we cannot wait to hear your song, and we just want to say thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Thank you, goodbye.
Bye, darling.